Hey everyone, been a minute. Today I want to talk about a record that's definitely not new to me, but is new to my collection, and that would be Misfits Earth AD. Sort of variously billed Earth AD, pardon me, Wolf's Blood. Um, I had a great week last week, and on Friday I was still in that sort of just like very euphoric, very happy frame of mind. And so I thought I'll go to Harvard Square and I'll go record shopping. So I went to Armageddon, and I've been to Armageddon a lot in the past several months, but I haven't picked anything up. And then I came across this, and I had to get it. It is an original on Plan 9, but it's not really a special or exciting copy. Misfits records are notorious for having all kinds of variations and all kinds of things like that. And this is about as unexciting as they come record collecting wise. I think it's like, looking online, it's like maybe a repress from 91. It's on black vinyl. It doesn't have, for example, some copies have a misprint of the ghoul's hair here. This one is basically as unexciting as they come, but I had to have it just because I'm such a fan. And I really do think that the Misfits are the greatest punk band of all time, just from a sonic experience. And when we think about who might be the greatest punk bands, who else is there really? Obviously, you have like the Ramones. Some people might say the Clash. I think Dead Kennedys is fair, but something about the Misfits is in that 6 years that they were together, it was just from beginning to end incredible, right? And that's something that maybe you didn't get with like a Ramones, who were together for a long time and didn't have consistently great records. But obviously, not really about comparing or contrasting. This is just sort of my thinking. But what's interesting about this record is it's where the Misfits kind of maybe turn the corner into hardcore punk. And what I think is important about this record and about the Misfits is, they're one of the few sort of punk, bands that started emerging out of that, pre-hardcore 100% punk rock scene, and kind of they developed alongside the development of hardcore. And Dead Kennedys is very much the same. These are bands that started out very much just punk rock, and I think just the way that the music shakes out and the shows they played, punk transition into hardcore. So there's a lot of just really incredible songs on here. I will say that I think like this isn't my favorite era of the Misfits, though. I love the like 78 to 80 punk rock stuff, right? Like the Static Age recordings, the great EPs like Halloween and all that. That is just really perfect. And I think one thing that's really a big sort of thing that I think about when I think about later Misfits, and certainly as we get into Danzig's future projects like Samhain and Danzig, they started to lose the sense of humor a little bit. It started to be a little on the nose. You know what I mean? It started to be like, Danzig, are you really being serious about this? And that's where I think what I love about the Misfits is they show that lyrics don't really matter. And I want to be careful in how I sort of convey that, because that doesn't mean that lyrics don't matter and that bad lyrics are good. And I kind of want to make a sort of a comparison here. So you listen to a Misfits song, Return of the Fly. It's a great fucking song. He's just reading the poster, basically, of the movie Return of the Fly. That in and of itself, even if the lyrics are silly, that is interesting and funny, and it reflects sort of like, it's honest, right? And it reflects sort of where they were coming from. And you think a lot of those Misfits songs, like about JFK or whatever, or like Teenagers from Mars, it's about Teenagers from Mars. It's about the Kennedy assassination, but it reflects, in my opinion, the sort of angst or aggression that young people have, and definitely that, punk music has. And so I would contrast like kind of lyrics like that from, say, bad lyrics of like the Smiths, right? Like Some Girls Are Bigger Than Others. Those are the worst lyrics of all time. And I think the big difference is Morrissey himself, and probably many of their fans, would be like, oh, so incredible. He's so eloquent. Give me a fucking break. So anyway, that's enough about the Smiths. But I just think I could go on and on about the Misfits generally, but this is just a really, there's some incredible songs on here. Earth AD, probably one of the meanest riffs of all time. And one thing I love about Earth AD, there's a part, partway through the song where they go boo on earth as it is in hell. And you look online and some of the lyrics transcribe it as boom, like BOOM, but I'm pretty sure they're saying boo. And that's where, for a scary band or whatever, I think that's very funny. But there's a lot of great songs on here. Obviously, Demonomania. Back in the day in high school, I played in bands where we would cover Demonomania and shit like that. I just think that this is it's a great record to add to the collection. And I think this was really kind of the turning point for the Misfits. Obviously, it was their last full-length record. It was sort of a turning point for Danzig because when the Misfits broke up, he kind of, when he continued with Samhain and Danzig, the sense of humor that was in the Misfits kind of, he went away in favor of, oh, you're so scary. Oh, this is so dark. And that makes it kind of lame, as much as I do love those bands. Anyway, peace.